Right, I think we're there. Okay, very good.
Yay, phew, it's working. So this is exciting because we're live on YouTube as well as on Facebook. So hello to everybody. So my name's Kay.
Alfie.
And the dogs are over there, Daisy and Duke. Well, Duke's actually coming sniffing around here. So lovely to see you all. Thanks very much for joining us. Today we're going to be looking at the Indigo Blue box kit number 6, the Mixed Media Magazine box kit, with lots of goodies with it. And I'll also be doing a demonstration as well with the Vivids and also the stamps out of the box kit. So that's going to be really good fun. So remember, we've got some things to win. Just like, comment and share, and you could be in with a chance to win one of 4 packs. So we're giving away the Mixed Media box kit and some dies, so the whole of this kit,
which
here,
everybody probably has already, but you can always give it as a present to somebody.
Well, it's always good to have spares.
Yeah.
And also you will be getting the extra set of dies as well, which are these. So we're in love with these. Thank you so much to Practical Publishing for designing these for me. I love them. So that's what we'll be going to do today. And you've got a special offer, haven't you, Alfie?
Yeah, so Kay's going to be demoing the eco refills that she showed on Create and Craft. We have got a discount code up here, which is ECO20. So it's just on the, let me turn that off, just on the eco refills for the Vivids, 20% off, and it's valid for a couple of days.
So those are a new release. So if you've already got our Vivids, the eco refills are fantastic for you. So I'll be talking about those shortly. So anything else that we need to do? Right, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through the box kit first of all, and if Alfie, you could go into the snug and get that big box of samples that I brought back from the studio. I'll show you some of the work that we've had done by RDT, which are just gorgeous. I'm so grateful to you all. Okay, so let me take you over to my desk and I'll see you shortly. Right, here we go. So this is our
You might want to take that
box kit. So we're really excited about this because, as you can see, it's all florally, and I love florals. So you've got loads of stuff in here. 139 elements. Wow, didn't realise that. And thanks, Alfie, for putting some light on the situation. That's much better. So hopefully you will have ordered this already. If you haven't, it's $14.99, and the additional, I think Alfie's got a special offer on it though, so I'm not going to tell you prices just yet because Alfie always does something special for you. I know you've got a 20% discount on the refill, so we'll talk about that later. Right, okay, so let's see what's in here. So first of all, we've got a gorgeous stencil, which I really love actually. I've used this so much, and I've even been using our new Slap It On Sparkles with this, so I'll show you those later. Lovely this is, decent quality on Mylar, lovely that. Now these are new, we've never done stickers before, and you've got, I thought they'd just do 1 sheet, and they've actually done 4 sheets for me, so that's lovely actually. And I like stickers because they're great to put into my my diary. So if you've got like one of those lovely diaries, you can add these to them, but also you can just trim out just the words if they're not the right shape for you, as an added extra onto your artwork. Also, we're going to get a lovely little die set. So this is 2-part, so you get the outer and the innie. Now I wanted something that will give me some texture, and here we have it. This is all cut out with both dies, so this is fantastic when you want to build up. Let me just bring this in. So if you want to build up some texture with all of your leaves and everything, this just adds something extra to the layering of it. But if you don't use it with the outer die and you just use the inner die, then you actually end up cutting through whatever part of your project you wish to use, which I absolutely love this. It's just so simple. It has texture and it's just gorgeous. Brilliant. So that's that. Oh, we've got Washi Tape. This is the first magazine that is to bring us Washi Tape. So I requested this and they've taken the design from my foxglove stamp, and it's brilliant because it's monochrome, which I love because it goes with everything. It's just got texture on it. It's just beautiful. Absolutely love it. So I was thrilled to bits to get that, but I didn't realise that we had two in the kit, which is fantastic. I'm just thrilled to bits. I'm very surprised, which is lovely. And then we've got the stamps. So they're huge. Look, you can't fit them on the screen. So they're A4 in size, and we've got, now I love the way we've designed this because we start off with some great background stamps. We've got some texture here, some dots. I adore the splashes, of course, and also some textural lines. Then we've got main images. So this foxglove is just divine. I absolutely love it. But also we've got other individual elements that I can build up a scene with. So we've got flowers and these beautiful dandelion and clocks, little butterfly, bit of a poppy head seed there, and leaves as well. And then to finish off your art piece, we have got just to say hello, just to say thank you. We've got a good laugh is like sunshine in nature. We've also got this is a hug. It's here when you need it, which of course I love hugs, if you know me. Be grateful to the people who make us happy. They are the charming gardeners who make our souls blossom, by Marcel Proust. So this has got everything from start to finish, and that's what I love about this. And these clear stamps, they're really detailed. I'm thrilled to bits with the quality of them. So that's that. And then we have this really thick magazine. So first of all, I'm going to show you in the middle, you'll find some papers that feel very different to the magazine itself. So these papers are a lot thicker, and they have added bits that I can cut out and use and layer. And they are double-sided, which I think is brilliant. So you can see there's loads to be going on with here. The colour palette is lovely as well. I love this page. And they all obviously really coordinate beautifully. So you actually get two each of these sheets, and that gives you a total of 32. Look at that one. I love that one. Beautiful green with that magenta on top. So there we go, repeating it. So you get two of each, which I love. And then of course you've got this lovely thick magazine, and the samples are just divine. There is loads in here. I have to thank my amazing team. So Carolyn Lakin, you are a star. Sue Jacob, love your work. Oh, look, Lorna Angwin, you are the queen of gilding. Absolutely superb. And Leslie Blameyer, you are just delightful and have done some wonderful, wonderful work. So there's Leslie. And of course, there's the Practical Publishing team as well, who have also contributed beautifully to this magazine. And it's nice and thick and heavy. So there's loads to be going on with. And, you know, take them step by step, choose a project, follow it step by step, and you've got a lovely little lesson to take you into the afternoon and just learn different techniques. So I'm going to show you as well what else we've got. We've also got our extra die kit, which is featured in the magazine as well, and I adore this. Can I just ask Alfie, are we doing a special on this, the indigo blue thing and that together? Can you actually buy them together, or are they singly on the website? They're
singly on the website.
They're singly on the website. Great. Okay, so that's brilliant. So look at the size of these. This is like 5 inches, so it's a really nice size, and I love these leaves. Quite different, brilliant for, you know, adding to the flowers that we've already got, and they're just divine. I love them. So these are the samples that I did on the television the other day when I launched on Create and Craft TV. So I'll just go through a few of these with you. So this, I've actually got some gilding flake on here as well, and that lovely foxglove. This one, I only actually used papers from the set. That's all I used. I didn't use any of the stamps. Oh, I'm lying. I did do the butterfly twice, and that one I cut out of the papers. So you can see that they are the same size. This one I used our brand new Slap It On Sparkles, which are these here. These are fantastic. I love these. I'll show you these in a minute. So this is the Vivid Sprays. This is the Slap It On Sparkles, and this colour I use is called Queen Elizabeth. And I actually use the refills that we've actually got on special offer today. So these are the eco refills that go with the Vivid Sprays, and I actually just took these refills and put them onto my paint mat and actually picked them up and painted with them, so you can see how beautiful those are and rich in pigment. So the whilst I'm here, I might as well tell you about the Slap It On Sparkles. These are absolutely delicious. So it's part of the Slap It On family, but these are not a glue or adhesive or a varnish like our Slap It On range. These are, let me show you. So these are jam-packed full of a really high quality glitter and pigment, and they just are incredible. Unfortunately, you can't see how amazing they glitter, but when you get them home you will. And so they hold their shape.
Just keep it, because it's focused on the desk.
Yeah, okay, I'll keep it quite down there, so hopefully you can see that. Oh, it's all the, yeah, you can't see it as easily, but these are beautiful, absolutely stunning colours. So we have this set, which is Jubilee Rose, which is that lovely sort of magenta colour. We have Golden State Coach, Golden State Coach, I should say, and then we have Queen Elizabeth, because of course it's our Platinum Jubilee this year. So we've got those three colours, and we've also got Slap It On Sparkles Mermaid Green. Then we have the Seize the Day, and then we have Silver Lining. Beautiful colours and great to stencil through, but there's nothing to stop me actually using a brush to put a hint of colour on any of my flowers or leaves, or onto a piece of artwork with texture on it. So those are the Slap It On Sparkles, available now on the website indigoblue.com. And how much are these each, Alfie? $6.99?
I think so, yeah.
I think these are $6.99, but you get loads in.
We've got a deal on the set, which is $19.99.
Oh, that's good. So these are 60ml, and Alfie says that he's got a deal on the set. So you can either have the Seize the Day set, which is this one, for $19.99. Great. Oh, excellent. Okay. Yeah, treat yourself. They're gorgeous.
Those, are you?
No. No, I wasn't demoing them today.
Later.
Do you want me to just quickly swipe some on some card?
Go on then.
I can do that. I've got a bit of card here. Let me get... there we go. That'll do, won't it? So we'll pop that on there. I have to use my stencil tape, otherwise I make a mess. So let me just line that up properly.
Sally says looks like they would last ages.
Yeah, they do, because when you're stenciling you don't actually use that much. You end up putting quite a lot back in the tub. So that's what I like about them, and the payoff is great. And what I also like is when you rub them, look, there's nothing that comes off at all. I know that's a sewing thing. Look. Brilliant. I love it. So it's like a non-glitter glitter, which is brilliant. So the dog doesn't end up covered in glitter, or me, or Alfie, much to his delight. Okay, so just get your spatula. You can use, what colours should we do, Alfie? Oh, should we go for the blue?
Yeah.
Of course. We can do a couple of colours if you want. So what I'm doing is just, oh, look at that. See, that's gorgeous, isn't it, how it holds its shape? And that's lovely. So you can put it on your mixed media pieces as well as stenciling. So I'm just going to draw that down. Oh, that's just gorgeous. And you see, I couldn't not go for like the top. glitter because it was just so delicious. And you can tell the difference between something that is really nice quality. So I'm just going to put that over the top and let it mix in with some of the blue, but this area here I'm just going to do just the silver lining. And then that can go back in. And I don't mind that. See, there's loads in there. Beautiful. Okay, I know I've missed a bit, but that's fine. That's okay. And then just wash that in water. Give it a wipe, and away you go. So let me just take that off. And this one here. And let's just go reveal. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Let me just give that a wiggle for you. That's beautiful, isn't it? It's really, really beautiful. It looks so much better in real life, I have to tell you. So when you get these home, you're just going to have so much fun with them. That is gorgeous. Yeah, lovely. Okay, so let me just clean my stencil here, because just with a bit of water.
Ali likes the scrapey noise.
The scrapey noise. Yeah, it shows that you've got a lovely texture with that glitter. I should have put some spare paper underneath that because that's going to look lovely. There we go. So just under running tap, and that's going to clean off beautifully. So that was that one there. Excellent. So this is another one that I did with the other part of the stencil. Really, really simple. Got some vivids in the background, a little bit of gesso around the edges. This one is just papers, and you can see I used the die cut there. That one's very similar. And then this one I actually used to cut out all of these flowers, and I used the die cuts around there and the die cuts, and that's what I really liked. I like all the mixture of all the different leaves and everything. So could you pass me some of those samples, Alfie, and we'll have a quick look at those. It's already 15 minutes past, so I will just whiz through some of them. So this is I love the layering up of this. So I'm just going to turn it on its side. Oh, it goes out of focus, that's no good. Okay, so we have, this has got a lovely bit of gilding flake on. This is Leslie Blaine-Meyer. Then we have our Sue Jacob. Thank you, Sue. I love this. See, that these are the sorts of things I wouldn't have thought of myself. Like this one, this is Sue Jacobs as well, how she's actually selected the letters, cut them out individually. This is beautiful. This is a luscious masterclass, and it was supposed to be me, but I was ill at the time, so I'm very, very grateful to Carolyn, Sue, Kerry, Lorna and Leslie for doing all of these. I think this might have been Carolyn's, but it's just a guess. It literally is just a guess. I'm just very, very grateful to them. And I have to show you this. This is a beautiful book made by Kerry Sturman, and she's put, it's just so many layers. They're just beautiful. Look at, even that is just really lovely, isn't it? And then she's made a junk journal in the middle here for whoever receives it to make up. And then the end piece is gorgeous because you've got this lovely envelope here to store things, and this beautiful piece, and even on the back is just gorgeous. So that's a lovely. And this is by Leslie using the same papers. And I like this because this is so simple and yet it's really beautiful. This is by Carolyn Lakin. And I just love the fact that she's actually given me just a really small area with some beautiful watercolouring with our translucent paints. very, very simple, but so stylish. Likewise, this one's all part of her work in the magazine. So simple, lovely white space, which I can never seem to do. So this for me would be perfect for me to copy and actually follow her step by steps, because I just would be, you know, putting so much extra on it, and it takes a really good eye to just stop and just let the white space talk. So I think that's beautiful. This one is from the main, I think this is Ingrid. Yes, this is Ingrid's, which was put onto the front cover. And I love this because you've got the cut through with the die. Again, just beautiful composition this. I love the way she's done that. Right, so that's loads of them. I'll just quickly show you this one as a last one. Obviously, there are so many more in the magazine, but this is beautiful. It's got a little bit of shrink plastic there and a lovely little story on the inside. It's just so well considered and lovely. Every little piece is beautifully considered and placed, and it just is adorable. And then you've got the washi tape around the outside and even decorated beautifully on the back. So you'll find that in the magazine as well. Okie doke. So, oh, I know, I just got to show you this one. I think this might be, oh, I can't guess. Look at that. I love concertina albums. Right. Yeah. So let me just put these aside, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a demonstration for you. So I'm going to be using some Vivids. So let me just start off by just rearranging everything out of the way. Just bear with me a second while I get, here we are. So these Vivids, if you haven't seen them before, they are inks in a bottle, and what I've done is I've done two sets. I've done a set of plain matte ones with no mica in, and I've done a set of inks with mica in as well. But the difference is that these are in a vacuum bottle. Okay, so you can see that there's no tube that goes all the way down to the bottom, which will suck up any mica. And in fact, let me just take this apart. Whoops. And then I can show you it's actually a vacuum that's at work here. So the bottom pushes up as you use it. See that? That pushes up, so you end up with using every last drop of ink. And it's a beautiful system. It gives you a really nice thin spray, fine spray. Look at that. It's gorgeous. But you can go really close like I've done there, or you can get that lovely fine misting. But I want to get some pools of green here and there, not just the blue. Now, what I want you to do is when you're spraying, get into the habit of spraying and dunking them, and then just the nozzle here, and then that nozzle won't get blocked up because it is a very, very fine nozzle. Okay, so spray and give it a little bit of dunk. Alrighty, so I think I'm going to go for a bit more blue. That's lovely. And then just dunk that before you put the label back on. So this one is called Blue Satin Sashes, and this one is called English Pastures Green. Now, what I should have done was sprayed this with water on the back, and then it won't curl up because the fibres will stretch as well. And what you can do is leave that to dry naturally, or you can add a bit of water and let that run. So can you see how that fine misty spray is now spreading out, and that's going to create a really lovely effect. So at the moment you can't see any of the mica, but when it dries, let me just move that out of the way. When it dries, this is what you're left with. Now, that's not strictly true, because what I've done is, after it dried, I then got some droplets of water and just flicked them onto the surface and let it just bleach back some of the colour, and then I just wiped it with a cloth, or damped it with a cloth. and then you get that extra texture there. And you can also do that with stencils to get an even better look to it. So in fact what I might do is I might do that, because I think we've probably got time whilst I do the stamping to do that. So you can either use a sponge or you can use a spray like I'm doing, and this is just normal water. There we go. And so that will reconstitute, because this is a water-based spray, a water-based ink, and it can be reconstituted, which is great, because that means that you can do all kinds of ghosting techniques and watercolour techniques. So I'm going to leave that just to one side for a bit whilst I just bring in my stamp here. So I'm going to, in fact, what I'll do is I will move this along so that you can see that better. There we go. That's much better, isn't it? And then I'm going to use VersaFine on this.
Just remind us what the colours were you used.
The colours that I used were blue satin sashes and England's Pastures Green. And this is a black VersaFine, just my ink of choice. And I'm just using a tin...
Lids on the right way around.
Yeah, check the lids on the right way around. Yes, I did have problems with that. I'm used to doing it with rubber stamps, you see, not clear stamps. So hopefully, there we go. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put some clear embossing powder on this. Now mine is a really, really fine one, because then it shows up all the really fine detail of a stamp. Okay, so it's a big 60ml tub on that. So I always tend to do that. It makes the black lines really, really black and shiny, which is lovely. And just bear with me while I give this a blast with my heat gun. Okay, so this is an industrial heat gun. So I only use this for demonstrating because it's just super, super quick. But I wouldn't really recommend you go out and buy this. There we go. That's lovely. Excellent. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spray this with some different colours. So I had a bit of a play at the end of my shows the other day, and it turned out to be really quite nice, so I thought I'd show you. So I've got lots of different colours here. Okay, you need to give them a good shake because these are the ones that have got mica in them. And I've got Sweetest Summer Peaches, which is a lovely peachy colour. I've got Perfectly Precious Purple. I've also got Catch a Moonbeam and Slice of Jam and Bread. I might even use a drop of Golden Sun as well. So, oh, look at those colours. They're just delicious, aren't they? Really, really lovely. So, okay, I think I'm going to start off with a slice of jam and bread. Okay, so I want these to be quite directional, so I'm going to come in really close, and you can see that you can really do that beautifully. And again, remember to dunk the spray head in water and just wipe the nozzle. Okay, even if you're just doing using it quite a lot. I'm going to go for a drop of Golden Sun. I love this colour. It's just absolutely delicious. The most beautiful yellow with a lovely selection of gold micas in there. Let's go down now to Sweet Summer Peaches. This is beautiful. And I like that. I want them to sort of overlap a little bit so that they run into each other and you get, you know, secondary colours coming out. So that's Sweeter Summer Peaches, then Perfectly Precious Purple. That's lovely. That's beautiful. Again, give that a little dunk. And we've got a little bit left over here, so I'm going to come back to some slice of jam and bread.
Julie's asked, can you use the sprays on a gel plate?
Oh, the sprays on a gel plate are fantastic. Yes, please use them on there because it looks amazing. So I'm adding a bit of water because I want them to run, but can you see how the embossing powder makes it pool into the areas of the stamping? And that's the beauty of it, because it contains a lot of colour. And then if you just leave that to dry naturally, that's going to give you the nicest effect. Now, I didn't use a drop of Golden Sun. I used Catch a Moonbeam actually, didn't I? Whoops. So let me just put the lids on those and put them safely out of the way. And then what I've done is I've gone ahead and let that dry, and then I've cut it out. So obviously I've got a bit more red at the top, a slice of jam and bread, and I've got a bit of green in there, but I think that looks lovely and luscious. Now, let me bring in that piece that I was spraying water with, and let's see whether we've actually got a watermark on it now after we've put water on. So let me just get a bit of paper towel on that and see whether I've left it long enough. Yeah, so you get this lovely sort of subtle watermark on here. Let me just bring that down a little bit for you. There we go. Oh, now that's lovely. That's so nice. I really like that. And then when we put this on here, that's going to look gorgeous. Right, so I'm going to bring back my stamp plate, and I think I'm probably going to have to move this to the right position, because I don't think that's going to be in the... Oh, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's pretty much in the middle. I think it just needs to go up ever so slightly. I hope I've put that on straight. Oh, now I've moved it too much. Let me just check that. That'll do nicely. Okay, so there we go. Again, let's go with the VersaFine. Loads and loads of VersaFine on there. Excellent. And then sorry if I'm making the camera wobble. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? That just looks gorgeous. Okay, I think I will emboss that as well, because then the background line work will be equal to the foxglove itself. And also what I've done is in advance I've actually put a bit of gesso around the outside, so rather going dark around the outside I've actually gone light. So again, let's get this going. Oh, that's going to be lovely, isn't it? That's just a beauty. Now, I was going to use some of the stamps from the set, maybe some textural stamps, but I think I'll probably just go for maybe just a little bit of some splash work. So this stamp here is just superb and quickly became quite a favourite. So I'm using my new Thin Lizzies. So these are brand new. So you know we had these Slim Jims. Well, these are even thinner, the Thin Lizzies. And they're really nice to hold. Alfie just suggested putting these curved edges. Was it Mike? Sorry, Alfie. It was Mike.
Don't apologise to me.
Sorry, Mike. I'm giving credit away. Okay, so let me just straighten that out a little bit. And I think we'll probably go with... Now, instead of using ink from a pad, I think it might be an idea to use ink from one of the Vivids, but I'm not quite sure what to go with. So should I go with the blue? I'm asking for help here. Or should I go for a green?
Nobody's commenting.
Nobody's commenting.
No.
Nobody's helping. Okay.
Heather in the States says, what paper is the base?
Oh, the base is watercolour card. So this is the indigo blue watercolour card that we've got here. And
it says blue.
Who said blue?
D.
D. Thanks, D. I'll just get rid of that. And I'll use the blue satin sashes. So I'll just put some colour down the side. Remember to clean my nozzle. And then I'm just going to take my stamp and just stamp it into the ink. And then I'll get some nice sort of, because it's water based, I'll just get some nice blobs. Yeah, that's good. There we go. And then when I dry that off, we'll get some movement on that. It doesn't stamp as well as I thought it would because the ink is quite, it's like more like, well, it is splashes. Of course it splashes. That's what the blooming stamp is. But it doesn't give me as much as our paints do when I'm stamping with our paints. So I'll probably stick with stamping with our paints, to be honest. And before I do anything, I just want to soak up this ink here. And I think I'll probably get out my Majestic Blue and see what happens with that. So I'm just going to stamp off and just do a little bit of texture so you can hardly detect it, but it just gives me a little bit more texture around the exit outside. There we go. Yeah, that's okay. That's good. And let me just soak up all this ink, which is, can't waste that. Okay, so
Janelle's just asked, does that grunge spot stamp come in the media kit?
yes, it does. Yes, I'll just show you. It's this one here. Yeah, I love it. And I also love this one as well. And this tiny one, oh, I've got to show you this because this is gorgeous. It's a tiny little stamp, yet it packs a punch. This is really lovely. So let me just get my tiny little Thin Lizzy. And this one I'm going to use black. And just to add some, look at that, see? Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I just really, really love it. Let's put some under the foxglove there. And that's in the set as well. They're just brilliant, really lovely. Now, I've also got the foxglove as well that I picked out. Now, I'm putting this down with Grab and Go. And we've actually got a brand new size because you asked for it. You're using so much Grab and Go, you love it. Thank you so much. I'm glad you love it as much as me. So that's the original size, which is 50mm. So we've actually done over twice the size. It's 120mm. So how much is this, Alfie?
I knew you were going to ask me that. I think it's $11.99.
There you go. He thinks it's $11.99 if you didn't hear him.
It is $11.99.
There you go. So this watercolour card is just so lovely to use because it's so absorbent, and you can do layer upon layer of this. So I'm going to do this flat rather than put any dimension on it. And I'm just going to put, oops, let's open the nozzle, that does help, just a little bit. I'm hardly squeezing at all. Just put a tiny bit there as well. And let's get that lined up. These Vivids are just such gorgeous, gorgeous colours. I'm just in love with them, thrilled to bits with them. And this little foxglove name is on a foam pad, so that's the only bit. So I might actually put just a couple of like little brads there, but I actually really, really like that. Simple, straightforward, nice and easy to do, and quick as well. So I'll just quickly show you. These are the refills. They come in a little tube like that, and it's exactly the same amount that's in here as well. Now these look black because the amount of pigment we put in is ridiculous, but I wanted to be able to water them down and use them in lots of things because they're so strong. You can actually use them in resin, in your clays, in your paper clays, anything that will accept a little bit of colour. So those are the refills, and those are on what? How much are these?
$4.99, but you've got a 20% off code.
Wow, that's amazing, actually. Do you know what? Even if you haven't used Vivids before and you're buying some sprays, I would actually get some of these as well at that price. And they're going to last you because, as you saw, let me just get some out here. This is original oak, and you just need one drop, one tiny drop. Okay, and let me get a small brush. I'm just going to add lots and lots of water to this, about twice as much water to ink, and then you can see the colour. I think it needs more water than that. Let me just get some more water in there. That's it, because you can just add a little bit of shading to this background. And this colour, original oak, is one of the matte colours. And just put a little bit of shading and a little bit of shadow behind as well, just to add a little bit of depth. And it's such the original oak is a really warm brown. It's almost like a burnt umber. It's really beautiful. I love this colour of brown. It's not harsh, it's not dull, and it's not muddy either. It's a really, really lovely colour just to add. And if you wanted to do something in monochrome, this is perfect because this will give you that perfect sepia tone. That was always, when I was a photographer, that was always one of my favourite toners to use. So you can add that. Also, if you want to add a little bit of colour. See, the amount is ridiculous, isn't it? Can you actually see that? That's probably the size of a pinhead. And then you can just add an extra little bit of colour here and there. Not to overstate it, but just to give you a little bit of focus on some areas like that pencil and this paintbrush here. There you go. So you don't need too much on. Okay, but you can see how little you use, and just make sure that you soak it up afterwards and don't waste it. So I've got lots of lovely pieces of paper with those on. Okay. Okay, there we have it. Yeah. Hopefully you've enjoyed that little look at the magazine, and I know lots of you have already got it, so I'd like to say a huge thank you to you for your loyalty, and I'm really pleased you like it, and I'm sure you're going to get plenty of hours worth of playtime in it. And again, I have to say another thank you to Carolyn Lakin, Sue Jacob, Kerry Sturman, Lorna Angwin and Leslie Blameyer. And if you look at our fan page, which is I Love Indigo Blue, they were always posting on there with their beautiful work, and you will find lots of interesting stuff that they do on there, as well as our website and Facebook platform and YouTube. So remember to just like, comment and share to be in with the chance to win one of 4 sets of the magazine box kit, and you get the die set as well. And I think that's it for now. If you are watching on YouTube, remember to click the bell so you get all of our notifications, and please subscribe. That would really be fantastic. Thank you so much, everybody. Don't say goodbye, Alfie.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. See you again very soon. Thank you.